Hey guys, it's DJ and welcome to the 10 spot for today, Monday, March 30th, 2020. Going to dive right into the data and the statistics for real estate as it relates to Monmouth and Bergen County and relating to coronavirus. But before I do that, there was an announcement made today at a live briefing with Governor Murphy from New Jersey, which was, he was asked whether or not showing homes as realtors and the buyers, or whether they should still be going out to visit properties. And the answer to that question was yes, it is still lawful to do so on a basis of 1-to-1, meaning one real estate agent to one buyer or their immediate family. Open houses are still not to be done. That's a congregation. We're trying not to have that many people together, but we are still allowed to show properties. You're going to see that reflected in the data from today, which shows that we are seeing contracts, although they're fewer than what we would normally be seeing this time of year. They're still happening. People are still out there buying, and the percentage of buyers under contract has not dropped to the same amount that new inventory has dropped by. So what you're seeing is a shortage of homes available for the buyers who are out there looking to actually visit. And we're hearing the same thing from our buyers as well, which is it's either under contract already, it's in attorney review, or it's terrible. Now, otherwise, there's no inventory out there. So this may or may not be right for you, but there's a strategic opportunity we're turning our clients onto right now, which is if you are comfortable showing your home right now on a 1-to-1 basis, it may be advantageous to put your property on the market, because if you wait until the quarantine is lifted, there will be a groundswell of properties that have either A, been withdrawn from the market that will be put back on, or B, have been withheld from the market because they're waiting for the market to return in the buyer market, the buyers to be back out there. And then once the quarantine is lifted, you're going to have a groundswell of properties hit the market, and you're going to have your property be flooded amongst a bunch of other options. So it's going to be a needle in the haystack opportunity. Right now, if your property is in high demand, you need to understand which price points those are, and you're willing to show your property, you may have a distinct advantage right now to being able to put that property on the market and put it in front of buyers who are frustrated that they are still out there looking to buy and motivated to buy and don't have the inventory to do it. All right, so let's dive into the data for Monmouth County. What we're going to be looking at here is a larger span of time than we have been. March 18th through March 29th, 2020, and we're comparing that to the same 10 to 11 day period back in 2019. What you see here is that in Monmouth County, we had 337 properties listed, 331 go under contract, 140 be withdrawn, listings taken down off the market temporarily, and only 219 closings. How does that compare to the same time frame back in 2019? Well, what you're seeing is that in that same time period, 924 listings were listed in 2019, which is about a 64% drop from 2019 down now to 2020's 337 properties in this 10-day time frame. The 331 properties that were put under contract is about a 53% drop in the market. So we're seeing that basically cut in half the amount of properties that are under contract. But again, if you notice here, the inventory is dropping at a faster rate than the number of contracts are, which means that there is a shortage of inventory for the buyers that are out there in the market right now. And when you look at the number of withdrawn properties, this is what's adding to the situation or the problem. We saw 140 properties in Monmouth County that were withdrawn from the market in this last 10 to 11 day period of time, which is a 141% drop from the previous time frame. And in 2019, that same time frame, only 99 houses were taken off the market. The last part, which is what we're paying attention to, is closings happening. And that's 219 closings happened during this period of time, down from 423 in that same period in 2019. Now, closings are down, but closings typically happen 60 and 90 days from the time we get a contract. So a lot of what you're seeing close in March were deals that came together in December, January, February. Some deals do close in less than 30 days. So I think what you're seeing here as far as the closings drop is that closings have been extended. Either people's finances have are starting to fall apart and maybe not be able to get their loans, and those are being deals that are either killed or potentially just being prolonged now because the certificate of occupancy process is taking longer. So we're going to keep an eye on that and see whether or not the closings continue to drop compared to the same time frame for last year. All right, well, let's pivot over and take a look at the data for Bergen County. So what we're looking at from Bergen County is a shorter time frame. We're really looking at just the last week of data because we didn't have the 10 days to go back to. So let's compare the same 7-day period of time from 2020 to 2019. What we're looking at here is that 215 properties were listed in Bergen County in the last week. 103 properties were put under contract, 174 properties withdrawn from the market, and 127 listings closed. How do we compare that to the same time frame, that same 7-day period of time back in 2019? Well, there were 583 properties listed in 2019, which is about a 70%, somewhere around 65% drop in the inventory that's available in Bergen County now compared to what there was the year before. That's almost identical to the statistic that we're seeing in Monmouth County. So what you're seeing is across these two geographies in New Jersey, about a 65% drop in inventory that's available. What we're seeing as far as under contract properties is 284 properties put under contract last year compared to 103 this year. That's another pretty steep fall off of about 65%. We're seeing less properties go under contract in Bergen County than in Monmouth County. And I would caution that that's probably due to the fact that Bergen County has been harder hit from the caseload and death load that has come from coronavirus than Monmouth County has so far. Withdrawn properties, we have 174 in Bergen County that were withdrawn in the last 7 days. Not that much higher, only about a 14% increase over the previous year where there were 152 properties. And then lastly, we're looking at closings, 127 closings compared to a 226 from the year before. So about a 50 to 55% drop. Again, pretty standard across Monmouth and Bergen County. So I know that's a lot of data to digest. We've been looking at this on a day-to-day basis. Now we're looking back at a 7 to 10 day time frame basis. I'm really excited and anxious to see what the data comes out tomorrow. And 2 days from now, what we're going to do is we're going to have a full 30-day look back period. We're going to be able to look at the entire month of March 2020 versus the entire month of March in 2019. That's going to give us a much clearer picture on where we are and where we are headed. So thank you guys, as always, for tuning in for the 10 Spot. Have a wonderful evening. Be safe. Have a good one.